all the secrets of the endless ocean. Know thyself and thou shalt know. God in the universe, hear what I say. Yeah.
Know thyself and you shall know. God is in our creation.
And love is the medicine. Oh, love is the medicine. Oh, yeah, yeah, Mhm. All right, blessings everyone and greetings. My name is Eugene Al-Khemetic with Golden Embryo Productions, and I'm here with the angelic Dezarie Phoenix. Thank you so much for being here and joining us and sharing your essence and your presence and your gifts. And yeah, you usually find me talking about the topic of entheogenic roots, in relation to the actual entheogenic substances that are available for us and that we utilize to help awaken and to help bring us into consciousness. And this conversation is going to be within the same vicinity of entheogens and what entheogens are and what they can do for us, but we're going beyond just the substances and like what we think that we need to take within from the outside. We're going to talk about what we actually have within. And while Dezarie has been here, we've been having lovely conversations about just self-mastery and self-empowerment, and most importantly, the utilization of the healing aspects and the potential of what sound is and what it can do. Being musicians, we know when we tap into frequency, sound vibration, and we know that there's a medicine there. There's a way that we can utilize the frequencies of sound to help heal, to help empower, and to help keep us in alignment, to put us back in a grounded way, to live on the earth with, an awakened consciousness. And so this conversation is going to be along those lines, not so much one of the male interview, this is going to be more of an interview into what the esoteric aspects of what sound vibrational healing is. And in my view, I feel the power that you have, with your voice and what you bring, what you've brought through your music and the messages is, an amazing, genuine, authentic substance of sound that transforms the heart, awakens the consciousness, and really heals the mind and the emotional body just as a balm. Everybody that I know that listens to your music and knows your music, this is what they say. They say her vibration is healing. Her messages of healing. I feel centered and grounded when I listen to this music. Even if they haven't heard reggae music before.
Yes.
You put on Dezarie and it's like, wait a minute, like a recalibration and a full-on, a new acquaintance with music. Because nowadays we know that music is, versatile. There's many different genres out there and people are singing and, the lyrics can bringing a lot of negativity and things that are not really conducive for what music is actually intended for, the way we can use it for. So I just want to open it up and I want to have a discussion around this topic of sound vibrational healing, how it has affected you, and what inspired you to bring that awareness into your expression of music.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Yes. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And so sound and word is very important when it comes to creating or creation and the creator. And within India, we heard of the of the vibration that was there in the beginning. So everything is sound. The earth, when you listen to from the outside, has a sound vibration. before, in the beginning, we actually used to communicate through the mental. So when we brought out that sound, that was like instant manifestation.
Mm. We were all taught that particular beautiful verse. You know, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. Of course, those of us who had Christian background, you know, Christian roots. But I recall, you know, being young, not really understanding what it meant that the Word is God.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, I'm speaking words all the time. I'm hearing words all the time.
It says
The scripture says the Word is God.
there's another scripture that says life and death is in the power of the tongue.
True, yeah. And
So what we say is so important. We curse our own lives every day unknowingly.
Exactly.
But the word and the sound is so important. We have to be careful what we say and use our word sound to create good.
Right.
Yeah, for ourselves and others. But
that's beautiful.
For ourselves.
True. I've heard it said in the Gnostic tradition, in the Kabbalistic studies, that angels create with the word. And that when you see them in the astral plane, they don't speak with their mouths at all. They project through their larynx, in fact, geometrical symbols that vibrate sound, sacred geometry. Because there's something about, you know, sound frequencies. Have you heard of somatics? How they take sand,
yes,
they put it on top of a surface.
Vibration.
Yeah, they plug in vibrations of sound to go into it, and you can see different patterns that it creates.
Yeah,
that's a perfect example of what you're saying about the angels and what sound can do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like you said, you know, we're speaking words, and we can use affirmations in a negative way. And create a negative life, and a life that is filled with all types of troubles and, you know,
even listen to negative music, like some of the rap songs. When you're singing about killing every day, it's like an affirmation.
True.
It's gonna be in your world. Day after day, you're listening to this stuff from the morning, it's gonna affect you. Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. What we say is so important.
Exactly.
And I do my music intentionally, a lot of it, and some of it I hear and I write, but a lot of it is intentional to create effects, to heal and to help others. I do that intentionally.
That's important. It's important for people to know that as we listen as well, because it brings us right into that same frequency of attention.
Yeah.
It aligns everything. I want to talk about, you know, the power of affirmation in a positive sense, and the power of prayer, and also mantra. And as we know that all the different sacred traditions, they talk about these things. More so we hear about prayer and mantra, depending on the tradition. And recently we've been hearing about the power of affirmation. And as we know, they're all distinct.
Yeah.
And we have to know how to use them and when to use them. And what's the most appropriate form of using the word. You know, what is the appropriate time for it? So how are affirmations showing up for you in your life? And how have they helped you?
How they have helped me is that society is very negative. And we grow up solving problems in a very negative way, and dealing with each other in a very negative manner. And affirmation helped me to gain confidence in myself. That's the number one thing it did for me, because Babylon has a standard of beauty for a black woman in particular. And so that's what the affirmations helped me to learn to love myself again.
Beautiful.
And to speak well of myself. Because some people can do it and not realize they're even cursing themselves with their own words.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what affirmations did for me. And your affirmations manifest when done correctly. Yes.
And how would you apply that knowledge of doing it correctly?
Consistently, at peace, and with a high frequency.
Crucial.
Yes. if you're in a negative mood, you should wait.
Okay.
Wait it out, calm down, burn your spliff.
Yes,
And
yes.
then don't do it with the negative energy in your aura.
That's a good tip right there. Listen up.
Yeah, and I've tested these things.
Yeah, that's cool.
When you're in that negative mode, that's the good time for prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you pray. You call to the forces for assistance because
prayer, yeah.
you're in a lower frequency. You need that lift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's how I do it for me, and it has helped me, and it's a good way. It's a good manner.
Is there a particular affirmation that we can share that people can utilize and engage with?
Breathe in strength, breathe out stress.
Yes.
Breathe in strength,
Yes.
breathe out stress.
Breathe in
When
strength.
when you're in that
Without
moment,
stress.
that
Yes.
tough moment, you just calm down, center yourself, and say it to yourself. Breathe in strength. I breathe out the stress. I breathe in strength and I breathe out stress.
Beautiful.
I breathe in power and I breathe out negative.
I can feel how that transforms everything. Like the cells of my body have like fully shifted right now at this moment, just chanting that.
Yes,
Wow.
we are the word.
Mhm.
Everything in creation has a name. That's how powerful words are.
Right. All forms.
That's
have
a
name.
wall.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
painting. We can express ourselves now.
Name and form.
Everything has a name. That's how
Mhm.
powerful it is. Every star has a name. That's how
Mm.
powerful it is. Every ocean, every sea, every river, every lake
Yeah.
has a name. So it's very important. Words sound. It's very important what you name your children.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those things matter.
And I always say at the end of prayer in the Christian tradition, in the name of Christ.
In the name of, say that again.
Christ, you know, in the name
Yeah,
of Jesus
yes,
Christ.
yeah.
That's how it is in the Christian tradition.
Mhm.
But that comes from way back in India. That's what they would always say, Namo Namaha. Or when they say Om Namah Shivaya. It basically means in the name of the great Lord.
Yes.
You know? And I'm just saying this to complement what you're saying about the power of names.
Yes.
And the vibration of, you know, giving the signature of that sound on something.
Mhm.
It gives it that definition and allows it to manifest its frequency the way that it's named.
Yes.
Same thing for us,
Just
right?
like the different names of God,
Mhm.
each one of them carry a frequency, you
Exactly.
know. And when you call these names, you best believe if you're calling on some
Right.
on an entity or a spirit. Don't think you're saying Rastafari and it's just the word's just empty, or you're just saying Jesus. Whether Jesus is the name is wrong or right, you're calling something. You're calling a
True.
force,
True.
and so the words are very important.
Important to watch your words.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's an energy behind each letter, and then when it comes together now, it forms a bigger energy that has that manifests as whatever it is.
That's why it's important when we have the knowledge of these things to actually have the intention,
Mm-hmm.
true intention, genuine and authentic.
But we don't learn these things, and so people don't know. And these things should be taught in the schools and in the churches, and it's
Indeed.
not. And they actually despiritualize you in church, and then they miseducate you in school, and so we don't know these things, and so we're living at a lower level, more animalistic, because everybody is on a carnal
Exactly.
energy.
Lower vibration.
Yeah, lower vibration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority, the masses.
So you can see how it works plainly. You see it every day with these examples you gave. And if we were all speaking positive affirmations, if we were all praying correctly, and utilizing mantra in the right way, the world would transform.
It would, yeah.
And that's, you know, I've been hearing recently, you know, with the current conditions of the world, how we're coming towards the end of the world. But maybe we should say it's not the end of the world, but the beginning of a new one.
Yeah.
Instead, right?
Yes.
And how we can actually create that with our word sound.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And so a lot of things that are happening right now are on a lower frequency, like all the wars and stuff, and all the negation It's creating a lower frequency
Mm.
in a time when we should be up raising our vibrations because it's also nearing the Aquarius age,
Mm-hmm.
the golden age.
True.
All these things are meant to stop or at least delay
Right.
what is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Let's discuss the power of sound vibration. And while you've been there, you got a chance to experience a couple of sound healing sessions.
Yes, I did.
Let's talk about that.
For the very first time.
Yeah.
It was very enlightening. I really enjoyed it. I heard about some sound frequency healing. I've been studying it for many years, and I never had the opportunity to, and I did. It was very surreal, and it's transforming. It transformed certain things. I felt lighter. I felt like a lot of blockages were removed. We're electric and we're stellar beings, and we are sound because everybody, each one of us in here, we have a different frequency in our voice,
Right.
and we talk in different patterns. You know, he speaks in a complete different pattern from you, and we family in the same country, and everybody have their own frequency,
Right.
and their own sound.
Yeah, because we're made of sound, like you said. And what that means on an esoteric level is that our inner channels, the electrical, bioelectric, magnetic, vital body that we have is made of channels that are vibrating with sound. And they have the chakras. And the chakras have their own particular seed syllable sound, right? We can actually activate the chakras by utilizing the sound.
Yes.
Causing you to spin in the proper direction. And this is what's happening when we listen to music. This is what's happening when we take these sound healing sessions. The chakras are spinning.
Yeah.
And it creates all these different emotions, these memories. Like we were listening to some old tunes last night.
Yes.
Some Chicago and everything. And it takes you back right to your childhood. Just the sound. It's the beginning of the melody of a song,
Yes.
Because it's like recorded in our chakras.
It is. Yeah.
Amazing.
I heard I can't remember his name, but he's a sage. But he was speaking of, he took ayahuasca. That's the name? Am I saying it? Ayahuasca? Yeah, okay. And he said he heard all the leaves and the trees praising Christ. And he was so blown away.
Yeah.
He said they were singing. He said the flowers were singing, the leaves were singing, the trees were dancing, and they were all sounding like they were praising Christ.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very interesting. Yes, because they have, even the plants have frequency and sound, but just that it's so subtle for this realm that we cannot hear it with physical ears. But it's there.
Those who are actually in the ayahuasca tradition, since you brought that up, the way that they study and train in that is by the plants themselves. So they call it having a dieta. So what they'll do is they'll have a particular amount of plants that they'll take for like 3 months straight. They'll have teas, they'll have baths with these plants. And then the plants will begin to speak with them and sing to them.
Wow.
And the spirits will come to them and they get translated into the songs that they actually chant during these ceremonies. Wow. So when you listen to the ayahuasquero, the man or the woman who's serving the medicine, they'll usually start guiding you with certain sounds or whistles. They're called icaros.
That's amazing.
And they're coming, they've been taught that through the plants. It's not just their own self-creation.
Yeah.
The songs that the plants have given them. That's amazing, right?
Yes.
So I feel we can say that is happening with reggae music.
Yeah.
We utilize the ganja, the sensi, the sacred Ishans as a way to connect and to ground in with the Creator. And it gives us the songs and the inspiration to bring forth, how Bob said, the consciousness is showing itself when you smoke cannabis.
Yeah. Yes. So even like if I have a song and I'm saying you're gone down Babylon funeral, if 10,000 people sings that, what you think will happen? It's manifesting.
It'd be like the horrors of the walls of Jericho.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we can utilize it for good.
Yeah.
Utilize those things for good and to create a better world. I'm trying to do my little part.
Doing very
Yes,
well at it, you know,
put in that
inspiring many
sound.
people, penetrating your sound vibration, your word into the hearts of many.
Mhm.
And it's helping with this transformational time that we're in, you know?
So,
You're adding to that. And you were given that beautiful confirmation today of the ancestors who are supporting
yes,
and
sir.
empowering you in your journey.
Mhm.
And if we listen closely, we can hear their whispers in our ears, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
their sound.
It's still small voice.
Still small voice, exactly.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's precious. So yeah, what else would you like to add and mention along this topic?
Um, Also, I don't know if you ever saw this study with words, how it affects water.
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
have a cousin in St. Croix. He was so fascinated with that.
Dr.
And he
Emoto's
was,
study.
yes, he was like, he was saying love to the water, and it just became still. And he was telling me the story. He was like, it worked.
Transforms the molecules.
Yes, yes.
And there's a new technique that's being used now too, where this lady will freeze water that has, like, say if you put a picture next to a glass of water
Mm-hmm.
and ask the water to record it, then she'll freeze the water,
Mm-hmm.
you know, take it out of the freezer, take a picture of it, and it has the image.
Are you for real?
It recorded exactly what you programmed it to, the water itself.
Wow, yeah, I know the water retains memory.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's the crystalline, you know, like flowing liquid.
Yes.
Liquid crystal is what
Yeah,
water
yes,
is.
yes.
Look how it feeds life. Look how it creates everything.
Mhm.
It's a magical substance. We take it for granted every day. So it's important to, you know, chant love and gratitude and positive affirmations into your water, because it will go into your cells, your DNA will transform,
Mhm.
your consciousness will awaken.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that Emoto study, I remember the book that he had, I forget the title of it, but he's got the pictures of all of the different words that were utilized on the water, and then taking the photograph of the microscopic image, all the molecules, they're different depending on what word was used.
Yeah.
And even you used, like, I hate you,
Yes.
and it broke up the molecules.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard
Say I
of.
love you, and the molecules is a beautiful crystal, like a snowflake almost, you know?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yes, that's what I meant when I said life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Exactly.
Look how you just explain it in another way. So yes.
We have to remember we're made of mostly water.
Yeah.
It was 70 to 80% water. So yeah. And so this has to do with our thoughts too. They produce an
Mhm.
internal sound that we can't hear, but
Mhm.
it's still vibrating on the
And the
level.
same thing would probably happen to a person if you speak to them like that.
Mhm. Exactly. Yeah, we know it. You know, you speak to somebody with insults, putting them down all the time, it affects their spirit, dampens everything.
Yeah.
They begin to believe those words and
Yes.
implode on themselves with it. Or you speak power and praise into somebody, lift them up. They
Yeah.
begin to have that confidence and
Yeah.
that love for self. So yeah, really, we just wanted to give you guys the message of, like, the importance and the vitality of having this intention and knowledge behind the words that we use, the music we listen to, what we do as musicians to provide this, and how to have that real awareness of what's
Yeah.
taking place, because this is a part of the healing of the nation.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so many messages are recorded in different books for us. The word is so important.
Yeah.
So important that it's preserved in books and oral traditions
Mm-hmm.
so that we could know. So that we could
Yeah.
know.
We are programming ourselves with the grammar.
And even the geometric signs and symbols, they speak.
Yeah, yeah.
They have meaning. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing this time and
Yes.
having this conversation. Very needed, very vital.
You're welcome.
May all beings benefit.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
The one and the only Dezarie. Make some noise one time for Dezarie, everybody.
Strengthen your mind. We're living in serious times. There's such
You see how much hate is in the world? Everything is energy. Every single thing is energy. If you want, you can test it yourself. Start out today negative. Cuss about everything. Just be vexed. Anyone look at you, cut your eyes, just be vexed and upset and see how your day goes. Or you can start today prayerful, with love, peaceful, and go out there and manifest good.
Jess in the building with the one shot, you know. Golden Embryo Productions, Lightcode Universal, Dezarie, you know. Who's not blessed, no man curse. You know.
Heart clean and strong, let your God self be established and strengthen your mind.